Hey, Pete Pestowka, former Canadian national middleweight champion of Canada. So I remember back in 1994, I entered the Ontarios, which were in Toronto. Went up there, first time I ever fought in that tournament. Beat everyone in that tournament to get the ticket to go up to the Nationals in Edmonton. And that was in 95, January of 95. I was a virtual unknown. I only had the 25 fights, but I was fortunate having, we had 3 pros fighting out of the boxing club at that time back in 95. You had Todd Naden and Andy Wong and Brad Jeffries. And I mean, I must have sparred 1,000 rounds with those guys and just taught me so much. And so only having the 25 fights, I had a lot of experience from those guys, and it really helped me out quite a bit. Ron Donaldson, I drew the Canadian champion right off the bat, and Ron was on the team for a couple of years. He just come off a gold medal at the Commonwealth Games, and well seasoned, over 200 fights. During the weigh-in, I was a half a pound over. Donaldson's coaches said, give him an extra 10 minutes to go make weight. Donaldson needs to work. And came back and ended up dropping Donaldson twice during that fight. And that gave me my ticket to fight in the final. And I fought the guy from Alberta in the final and beat him 17-6 to win the Canadian championship. I got into boxing because I loved the sport, and I was always athletic as a kid. I was playing hockey, and I played 9 years for Riverside Baseball, and just asked for a heavy bag one year for Christmas. I was 15, and I remember my mom's boyfriend at the time would have his buddies come over from Chrysler's and say, "You got to watch this kid hit the heavy bag. It's amazing." His one friend who was affiliated with the Windsor Boxing Club said, "I'm going to take him down to the boxing club with me and introduce him to Jerry McCarthy." At the time was running the boxing club, and just took to it. My big thing was just to have club shows, fight in Windsor, have my friends and family to watch me fight. And it wasn't until Charlie Stewart and Bill Grant got involved and saw the potential in me and entered me into the Ontarios, which, you know, won that, gave me my ticket to the Nationals, and won the Nationals, and that gave me my ticket to the Pan Am Games that year. For being my first international experience, to be on that stage was a little bit overwhelming for me. I drew the American champion, and I lost the decision. The thing I remember most about that is I knew I could have done so much better, but the moment got to me, and I was able to get my revenge on him. We had a dual meet, Canada versus US, and I got to meet Ron Sims again. And a reporter had talked to him the morning or the day before, and he had said, "Well, I fought Pestowka at the Pan Am Games and I beat him pretty easily, so I don't think there'd be much of a problem this time." As soon as that bell rang, every punch I threw had bad intentions on it, and I ended up taking a decision from him. And it was probably one of the best fights of my career. It was September 9th, Sunday, when we flew back to Windsor. It was my birthday, September 10th, so it was kind of a good celebration. You know, so much support, local support from the community too. Back, you know, Van Niveris from did a benefit at the penalty box for me before I went to Argentina. Ted Farron, who's always been a big supporter of the Windsor Boxing Club. Great people to have around. I just got put on the board of directors, so I'm kind of looking forward to training kids when we get things back to normal.
I Remember When is brought to you by Unifor Local 444. Community partners making a difference.
This is your sports community. Log on to our website, powerplaysportsvideo.com.